set the world on fire.
So I'm going to try propagating some lavender using a can, like a soda can, and a soda bottle. Let's see how we do this. First, I'm going to take the soda can, got some sandpaper here, and I am just going to scrape this thing around. It'll take about 2 minutes, and that is going to magically take the top off of this can. Okay, I sanded that for maybe not even 2 minutes. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to pull this off with my... let's try to pull it off. You can see it's just going to come right off of there. Hard to do with one hand. Amazing. I'm going to polish that up a little bit. There you have it. That little thing just comes right out of there. It's amazing. All right, now presumably this is going to fit right over that, like this. Very hard to do this stuff with one hand, but okay, you get the idea? So that's going to be a little dome that will keep the animals out and keep the water in. Okay, next. Now we're going to drill some holes. I know I can't do this with one hand, but I'll try it. Okay. So you get the idea here. I'm going to drill a few holes in the bottom of this and a few holes in the top of the plastic thing. Okay, so I got some holes in the bottom of the can and in the top of the plastic thing. Plastic bottle, okay? So now we're just going to put some soil inside this guy, and we're going to move on. Okay, I got some rock down there, a little bit of rock, and I'm just going to dump in a little bit of sand, just so that drains nice. Made a nice big mess there. Okay, I'm going to mix up a little bark here that I just used a hammer to crush up some bark. Very plentiful here. Put that in there. And next, yes, I've got some vermiculite. It says it's horticultural. I have no idea what else you would use vermiculite for, but we're going to mix a little bit of that in with a little bit of soil so that we have something kind of nice and light that will root easily, we hope. So that's what the vermiculite looks like. Okay, and there's a can filled with soil, vermiculite, and some hammered up bark. That is going to be our starting medium. And this is going to be our grow capsule. So we'll see. Now I cut some holes in here in the top just so that a little bit of air could move around and get out, but that it would hold the moisture in. So now let's go cut some lavender and we'll put it in there and then wait about 2 weeks to 5 years and see if it grows. So I have a number of different cultivars or varieties or whatever the hell you call them going here. It's just May now, and some of them are still trying to get over the winter. But these particular ones here seem to be very happy, at least right now. And they look like they're not flowered yet, but they're close. So we're going to try to propagate a couple from this type. Unfortunately, I didn't keep very good records, so I don't actually know what type this is, but some kind of a French lavender, or maybe some kind of hybrid French. Okay, so I'm going to cut some. I think you can kind of see where the stem gets darker. Here, that's kind of last year's growth, and then it gets lighter, and that's this year's growth. So you probably want to cut it right there where my little finger is. So I'm going to do that. I don't think I can do it holding the camera, but you'll get the idea. So as you can see, I've cut this, and you can see where there's a place where I must have trimmed last year. So I probably really have 2 of these, which could be good. So let's split those apart. And now I need to strip off some of these bottom leaves so that I have a stem to plant, but leave something up top. So I'm just going to pull those off again. Cannot do that one-handed. Okay, so you can see that I stripped off the leaves, but while I was doing that, I noticed, it's hard to see, but right there in the middle, there's a little thing that looks like a flower that's getting ready to start. See that right in the middle with the little bump in it? So I think I'm going to pull that off because we don't want this thing to be giving its energy to making flowers. We want it to root. So goodbye, sorry. Some people say you should use rooting hormone. I have some. I suppose I could use it, but I don't. I've tried it without it before and it works, so why add? Okay, so boom. There's our little thingy. We're going to put some water on that, and then we're going to put the top on, and then we're going to hope that that will root, and we will have a new lavender plant without spending really any money whatsoever. Okay, so there we are. The can has a little greenhouse on it, and I'll mist that probably, or I can pop that right off to water it if I need to water it. Hopefully that'll keep the squirrels and other things from getting in it, and it'll keep it moist. And once it roots, then I probably will plant it in, like that size pot where I'm starting other stuff, and eventually get it into the ground. Can soda bottle propagation. Brought to you by Soleil, the original sparkling water beverage.
That one in Eden, oh, I love you.